Today we are talking my monthly favourites for May, so let's get to it. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing very well. So today we are talking about my monthly favourites for May. So we are at the end of May now, so we're almost halfway through the year, which is absolutely insane. It's been a bit of a slow month for me. I think I've uploaded like 4 or 5 videos, if that. I have been doing so much stuff recently, not going out and doing stuff, but like seeing family and kind of dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment. So I haven't really had much of a chance to kind of sit down and film or kind of do anything. I haven't like been to the cinema, I haven't been to another gig. Like I mentioned last month, Ghost was like the only gig that I've booked for this year, so we'll see if any more happens. I mean, watching TV or watching stuff like that, I haven't really been doing as much as I kind of have been. And of course I'm like a full-time mom, so I have been doing lots of stuff to entertain baby and doing this and doing that, but I have still been using some makeup. So I have kind of like a little box worth of things that I wanted to show you what I've been enjoying. I've been doing a lot of kind of like stuff on my TikTok and my Instagram, so I've been trying to build up my social media as well. Like on my TikTok I've gotten over 1,000, which is awesome, and on my Instagram I'm almost at like 2,000. So if you're not following me on any of them, please do, because I will always follow back. So let's go on to some makeup, and I don't know if I should do them in random order or order of things that I kind of apply, but let's just kind of like to do this. So I'm just gonna go for it. So first we're gonna talk about the Maybelline Grippy Serum. So this was kind of gifted to me by Maybelline, but it wasn't for like an ad, it's literally to like test it out, and I've used it quite a few times, and I'm actually using it today with this makeup look. A couple of the foundations that I've used with this does not make it work. So this is not as grippy as you would say like the Elf one or the Milk one. This is like their kind of alternate version, which is still very grippy, but it's not as kind of like grippy tacky as those ones, for example. But I've been using this today, and with my foundation it has been great. So I've so far been enjoying this, and I think when it comes to like certain primers, you do have to try a multiple different foundations, and it's the same with foundations, like trying out different primers just to see what works for your skin, because again, this could work for X foundation, XYZ skin, you know, skin types. I have very like dry skin, very combination skin as well. This has been working so nicely with this new foundation and maybe a couple other foundations that I've used. It's just I think a couple of drying foundations probably not the best. So the foundation that I've kind of been enjoying and kind of not so much enjoying is this L'Oreal Skin Ink. So this is meant to be like a foundation concealer hybrid, and I don't know if this is more of a concealer than a foundation, because every time I've used it as a foundation it is so drying on my skin, and especially when I've used it with this grippy serum, I don't feel like it does its job. I mean, I have a lot of dry patches on my skin, especially around my nose area. This emphasizes it like crazy. I got this from the TikTok shop, and I think you can get it in stores now. I've seen it in Boots, and I think it might be in Superdrug, I'm not sure, but Boots for sure I've seen it in, and it is quite affordable, but I don't think it's my favorite L'Oreal like foundation. There's so many others that they've come out with that I enjoy a lot more. The applicator is pretty handy, especially if you do want to kind of use it as a foundation. I don't think I mean I haven't used it as a concealer just yet, so I'm not sure how it will work just as a concealer. I have the shade 20 Neutral. They have about 30 shades I think, which is pretty good. But yeah, this was kind of like it's not my favorite, but it's not the worst, if that makes any sense. It gives me a decent coverage, but it's just the drying aspect. So I think I need to try another foundation, another primer, just to see how this works. Next product is going to be another random one, so highlighters. So these are the buttermelt highlighters. I'm pretty sure I spoke about this in my last monthly favorites, because that is just how good these are, and I'm using it today here. I have a brand new one which is called Butter Bling. So this was sent to me by NYX to try out, even though I purchased this one with my own money as soon as it came out. This one is called Glaze It Butter. This one is definitely more my shade. This one is like a golder tone, which is not like mainly for me, but I think they sent it out for me to try it because it's part of like a new Tamagotchi range that they've got, which is quite funny because I used to love Tamagotchis when I was young. I think at one time I had about 3 or 4. I don't know why I had that many, but Tamagotchis were great as a kid. But the collaboration, I think it's just, I don't think the packaging is any different. I think the colours are just kind of resonating with that. I'm not too sure, but these are amazing highlighters. If you want a really pigmented highlighter that is very affordable, which, I mean, to be honest, they're very, very pigmented. If you look at their bronzers and their blushes, you just know how crazy pigmented they are, and this is no different. The packaging is like the only difference. So if you have like OCD, or you have some kind of like, I want everything to look great, this is not going to be it for you. But if you're just looking for a great product, this is definitely it. I mean, let me just swatch this one for you. So this one is the Glaze It Butter, and honestly, when I say that these are one of the best highlighters you can ever get, especially on the market right now, I think these are like maybe $9.99 or something like that, which in my opinion is absolutely worth it. You get so much product, and again, a little goes a long way. Like, this is the gold version and it is insane. It's very, very pigmented. So yeah, NYX are always just like coming out with so many great stuff. I know that they have like a brow glue coming out soon, and also they have like these mattifying lip balms, which as soon as they come out, I'm gonna get them for sure. And then next, this is quite an interesting concept that I'm doing in this video. So these are by Technic. So these are the blush and like highlighter, and there was like a contour. The contour one I didn't really enjoy that much because it just wasn't my shade, and because it was like a pre-made set, obviously I couldn't choose which one I got. But the blush and the highlighter are absolutely stunning. So this is the Pure Blush and the Pure Glow by Technic. So the blush is in the shade Peach Paradise, and then the highlighter is Afterglow. So of course these are like dupes of like Charlotte Tilbury and many other brands that are coming out with like these sponge applicator. The whole set cost me, I think it cost me like £3.50 or something like that. If you go to the beauty outlet, they have a ton of Technic stuff. I'm pretty sure you can buy them individually, but if you want to buy the set of 3, it's obviously you're saving so much more money. It's so much more affordable. But I just love how kind of pigmented these are. I've used these a few times like on my kind of like TikToks and stuff, and they're really gorgeous. Like, I think the applicator itself has dried up slightly, which is again a bit of an issue because, you know, if you just want to like use your product straight away, you just want to apply it, you just obviously have to squeeze it to see how much comes out. But these are really nice. I really like these a lot, especially the highlighter. Like, the highlighter is really pigmented. Let me see if I can get some out. Yeah, so you've got like this for the highlighter, which is absolutely stunning. I mean, for like a couple of quid and the set, you really can't go wrong. Let me see if I can get some of the blush out because I want to show you guys how gorgeous they are. The blush is not cooperating, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the applicator itself has dried up, which is again very annoying now. So it's kind of gone down in like my favorites, like the kind of percentage of it has gone down a bit. But the highlighter again is absolutely stunning. I mean, yeah, Technic are a brand that I've mentioned before that are like the king of dupes, especially when it comes to like them and W7. They do a ton of dupes. Like, they don't always make it so obvious, but a lot of times you can see how obvious like the dupes are. So let's go into my thing here. Oh, okay, lip balm. So this is by Elf. This is their Glow Revive Melting Lip Balm. So they've just come out with a ton of shades, and I have the shade Blackberry Sorbet. It was literally in front of me, I don't know why I looked around. But yeah, the applicator on this is stunning. Like, it's that kind of jelly-esque applicator, which is great for application, especially on the lips. Like, these are very pigmented, and there's so many shades that I wanted to try, but it took me ages just to choose one. And I thought, you know what, when it comes to like lip balm, lip gloss-esque type of things, I never get like deep shades. I always just get like clear, or I get kind of like a reddy pinky tone. But this one I was so happy to get, and I think it's about £6, £6-7, but you get a lot of product in here. But like I said before, Elf are doing such a great job with all their products right now. Like I just tested their kind of like cheek tint, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I do have it on today, but I used another blush to kind of help it out. It wasn't that great, but everything else that they come out with is absolutely stunning, and I love using this. I used I think I used this one of my last videos as well, like testing out new products, and I do like it a lot, especially how buildable it is, and it's extremely hydrating on the lips. So let's go in. I'm kind of having a look to see what I've got left. I need to kind of work a bit faster. So Makeup by Mario, I'm pretty sure I spoke about this in my last monthly favorites, but I've been using this so much recently, and the fact that I have a Makeup by Mario product, I'm so happy. So this is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Rose Crush. I've been using this again so much recently. I love it so much. It's so cute. It's so pigmented. It's very buildable. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful shade, and I hope to pick up more stuff by Mario in the future. But again, price wise, the only reason I got it was because it was on sale with Sephora. Otherwise I would not have been able to pick it up. But it's a product that you kind of, yeah, like I said, it's pigmented and it is buildable, if that makes any sense, because when you first apply it, you do get a lot of pigment, but if you want to add a bit more color to it, you just kind of build up to it, and I've been enjoying that so much, and it feels so gorgeous on the skin. It's got a slight dewy kind of look to it, but if you don't want that, I think his powder blushes, I mean I haven't tried it, but his powder blushes are meant to be really good as well, so maybe in the future I will pick it up. So let's see what's next. Oh, we have my Maybelline. So this is the Lifter Glaze. So this is their lip balm, and this is in the shade Latte Crush. So I got this on their TikTok shop, and this is so gorgeous. It's super hydrating. It's pretty, like, it's not like crazy pigmented, but you definitely get a tone. So if you don't want anything too pigmented, you just put on like a tiny amount, but with this you can build up the shade. They have a couple of other shades as well, which I mentioned at the time when I got this. This was like one of the only shades on the TikTok shop, which was fine because this is a shade that I wanted to use. I did pick up their cream bronzer, which I like, but the product keeps on falling out. It's so annoying because it's broken at the applicator, so every time I open it, it falls out. So it kind of went down on my kind of like appreciative scale, if that makes any sense, because it's broken, but it's still a good product because it's stuck to the end, but it's really annoying. But this is really nice. It's very buildable, it's very hydrating, and it's very affordable. I think on their TikTok shop they always make it like maybe £5 or something like that, so it is pretty nice. So next, let's go on to blush. So let's talk about Be Perfect, because I haven't used Be Perfect in such a long time, but they recently had like another sale. Like they have so many sales, it's insane. But I picked up their Ekin-Su, sorry. This blush I've wanted to try for so long, and I absolutely love it. It's in the shade Conspiracy, and then I have their Lip Library, which is in the shade Play Me. So I love how like the metallic part, it just sticks to it. It's so great. But the shade itself is like this bright red. It's very creamy. I don't know if when I used it it had like melted slightly because it's quite warm in my flat, but it is so pigmented. And then the blush itself has got like a kind of shimmery aspect to it. I know that these are not like new, but for me that they're new, and like the fact that I got them for like a couple of quid and I've been wanting to use them for such a long time, I love it. It's just such a weird shape packaging, but I love how it's got like that kind of glass plastic effect to it as well. Yeah, I've missed using Be Perfect because they used to be one of my favorite brands, and I just haven't really had anything that I wanted to try. But now that they had like their sale, I was all over it, and I picked up an eyeshadow palette as well, which I really liked, but these two kind of stood out a bit more for me. So let's go back in. Oh, Vive. Okay, Vive powder. So I have it on today in the shade Ripple. I did do like a TikTok by itself, just testing it out, and I love how buildable it is. It's definitely like, it's got that kind of moussey feel to it, but for me it doesn't congeal, if that makes any sense. So when you apply it, it doesn't collect, so it just stays there. And I've been, you know, wearing it for about maybe half an hour or something, and it's looking absolutely stunning on me. I wish they brought out more deeper shades. I know that at the moment they've only got like a handful of shades, but hopefully in the future they will have a lot more shades. But this is a really nice product, especially like Vive. I really enjoy the products that I've used. I really want to get their skin veil. If anyone has used it, let me know what it's like, because I do want a skin tint that is kind of nice and buildable, and I've seen so many people try it online and it does look stunning. I have a couple more products left. So when I purchased my Makeup by Mario, I have this Sephora lipstick. So this is in the shade number 17. I just love how this applies on my lips. It's such a gorgeous like red shade. They have so many shades on their website. It really took me a while to kind of decide, but I was like, you know what, I like red and I just wanted to try the formula, and I really like it. It's a bit like, it's not as affordable. Like I've mentioned this before, Sephora are a brand that you would expect to be super affordable, but they're not as affordable as I hope. Like I'm pretty sure that lipstick itself is about £13–14, and I'm like, normally I thought that would be like £6–7. Like I used to think they were like elf prices, but they're kind of not, even though, you know, that price is not high end. But for me, I always thought they'd be a bit more affordable. But it's a really nice lipstick. It's very creamy. They have so many different versions, like so many different formulas, but this is the matte version, I believe. But yeah, this is super nice. And I've got one product left, and it's by She Glam. So this is the Sheen blush, and I don't, is this, yeah, it's the Lunar Orbit. There's no shade name, which is a bit odd. I think it might have been on the packaging and I've thrown the packaging away. But I love this. I've got the highlighter version of this. This is so stunning. I think they've got about six or 7 different shades on their website. And you know what? This is very pigmented and it's gorgeous. It's like a dewy blush, if that makes any sense. I really like this. I have a soft spot for She Glam makeup, and again, they are coming out with stuff non-stop. They've just come out with a skin tint, which I might pick up in the future. I might have a look at like some of the reviews and stuff just to see what it's like. But this is nice. I mean, again, I love the shape of it. The highlighter is absolutely stunning. I think it went super hype because I think Nikki Tutorials did like a video on it. But the blush itself is super gorgeous, very pigmented. So that was my monthly favorites. I have been trying quite a few things, haven't I? There's a couple of things I know for sure that I used like last month, but I'm still using them because again, I haven't been buying as much, and I've just been obviously using the stuff that I have, which is the main like purpose of buying makeup. But let me know what you've enjoyed this month, and I hope next month, you know, is a good month. I'm hoping, I'm praying, but we'll see how life goes. But yeah, if you ever want to follow me, you can always follow me on my social medias, because again, I'm always doing stuff on there. Like I'm always posting stuff, just random stuff every day. And thanks so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance. So you don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. I appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I will see you soon. Bye bye.